Hello, Retriever fans, and welcome in. Special interview series we're going to be starting here. Got Terrence Pinkston, former UMBC baseball player, who's playing professional ball right now with the Washington Wild Things of the Frontier League. Terrence, thanks for taking the time to join me today.
Thank you for having me on. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm good.
So, like I said, Terrence playing in the Frontier League with the Washington Wild Things. Played in the 2019 season for the Retrievers as a transfer from Norfolk State. Just kind of give us a quick update. How have you been since you left UMBC and how things are going for you right now?
Everything's pretty good so far. I graduated with my master's in the spring this year, 2020. And then I was just training before, and then COVID hit. So the training got shut down just around the house and around the facilities around my house. But now we started back up. So I'm in Washington, PA now, and we're in a small pod with 4 teams, and we're just playing that way. Short 40, 50 game season. They're just keeping us all in a little bubble, and then we're all just playing the same teams over and over. So there's no traveling or anything right now.
That's great. Good to hear. So, like I said, transferred from Norfolk State, 2019 season. Had a pretty good 1 year for the Retrievers, all-conference second-team honors, 312 batting average, 59 hits, 5 home runs, 32 RBIs, and 27 stolen bases. Not a bad 1 year stint for the Retrievers. Just kind of talk about your time in Baltimore, about playing just that 1 year, but having a good year.
So when I first got to Baltimore, I wasn't even sure if I was going to play baseball there. So just thanking Coach Bob and allowing me to be on the team. And once I actually got on the field, it was just I knew I had 1 more year left. So every day I was just giving everything I could and just enjoying it because I never knew if that was going to be my last day playing. And I think that's what made that year so special for me is just knowing that that could be the last time I played baseball. And the year before, I had missed the whole season because of injuries. So it was just have as much fun as you can, just enjoy your net. And I just became close with friends, and it was just out there having fun every day. So it was just amazing just to be out there again and enjoying myself again.
And then what drew you to UMBC? What was the reasoning behind going and enrolling at UMBC?
I had a connection with Coach Bob and Coach Bowen back in high school. I took a visit in high school. We had talked a bunch in high school. So once I finished my undergrad, it was more of coming back home to Maryland. And then once looking at the schools in Maryland, I love what UMBC had in terms of my master's program. And then just having that connection with Coach Bowen and Coach Bob just made it easier for me to connect with them and just talk to them about coming to play for them.
And then, like I said, you had a strong season, all conference honors. You hit 5 home runs, 32 RBIs, and you stole 27 bases, which is top 10 in a single season in program history. What do you think was what went behind that strong season for you? Especially, you said not knowing that you were even going to play when you got there.
I think just the not knowing, just me not knowing when I was going to play baseball again or if I play baseball again, it just made it so much more gratifying just to be out there. And then once I got out there, it just I had no more stress. I had no more worries. It was just free, just allowed me to play. I was just enjoying myself again. I felt like a big kid, even though they called me grandpa on the team because I was so old. But it was just fun. Coach Terrell definitely helped me on the base running a lot to get me to 27. Definitely small things to look after. And then them just giving me confidence every day, just at the beginning of the season, just let me know that I was going to be one of the leaders in the outfield as an older guy, just helping the younger guys come along, and then just telling me that I needed to show by example and lead by example, even though I wasn't one of the captains on the team, just me playing the way I play and playing hard every day. Just that's the way I show my leadership because I don't talk that much on the field or in the locker room. So just playing 100% and giving all I got was my way of showing the team my leadership.
And then now in your second professional season with the Washington Wild Things, talk about that transition from playing college ball to the professional game?
It's definitely a bigger step up. Velocity's more consistent. You see low to mid 90s every day now instead of once in a while. Um, the game's a little more relaxed. I like college a little bit more. How the fans are always there. The same fans every day. They're always going to be there. There's a different crowd every night in pro ball, so you don't get to see the same fans, same faces every day. So it's a little different. Games are a little bit more relaxed, but that can be a good thing at sometimes. But I struggled for the first couple weeks, just getting back into it, especially with COVID this year. Not seeing live pitching for a while, not being able to work out and hit like I wanted to. So I'm getting back going again. But the first couple weeks were definitely tough, seeing pitching for the first time again in a couple months. But it's been pretty good. I'm missing out on the traveling this year. We were supposed to go to Canada, St. Louis, Chicago, but hopefully we can do it again next year.
Yeah, hopefully this is just a one season type of thing. But going off of that, with the pandemic happening, and like you said, the Frontier League kind of shutting down total operations, but each team, and for you, it's a group of 4 playing in a pod up in Washington, PA. Just talk about that experience of everything going on. You're playing the same 3 teams, but you still get to play. What's that feeling like?
So yeah, how they split it up. They split. I think each team in the Frontier has like a different pod now. So we're in Pennsylvania with a pod. AJ Wright, he's playing in New Jersey and New York in a pod. As around the country that they have. We kind of rotate the teams we play. We play Thursday through Sunday, and a little more difficult. You're starting to see the same pitchers, so they know how to pitch to you. So you have to make adjustments game by game. You don't have the 3-game series, and then you don't see that team again for another month. Now you're seeing the same teams every week. So every team knows every team. It's like playing in a conference game in college where they have the book on you as soon as you start the game. So every week they know have a game plan set up for each player already. There's so much. So it makes it a little more difficult, and sometimes it can make it easier because you know what the pitcher's bringing every time, or you know what they have in their bullpen, or what type of pitches they have. So it makes it a little more fun, but a little more tricky too. Knowing seeing the same people every day, playing against the same teams. But right now it's a little weird with the fan interaction. We're not allowed to have fan interaction. I'm used to running in, throwing the balls into the stands to a little kid. So when a little kid asks me for a baseball and I can't give it to him, kind of sucks. But I understand why they're making the rules like that, trying to keep everybody safe. And just small things like that. Temperature checks every day we go in. We get tested at the beginning when we got there, and every couple months or every couple weeks. Everybody's required to wear a mask. Umpires, fans, players aren't required to wear a mask on the field, but we can if we want. So it's just small things, but it's not too bad.
And then I guess talk about that kind of competition level. Like you mentioned, you're seeing the same teams over and over again. Does it make the games more competitive instead of maybe seeing that team once or twice and then not seeing them for a couple of weeks?
So we've only been playing for 2-3 weeks now, and we definitely already have rivalries already. There's one team that we just clashed with over and over. Saturday, we played them Friday night, and we walked off on them with a home run on Saturday night, and then came back the next day and had to play them again. So there's no breaks. Like, you play one team, people are chirping back and forth, yelling at each other, talking, and then you come back right the next day and have to play them again. And then you get maybe 2-3 days off and you play them right again. So there's definitely rivalries already, and we're only 12 games into the season. So.
And then I guess you guys are some of the lucky people that are still playing baseball. The Major League just started up again. They're having some problems. The Marlins are having some problems right now. But, just being able to play baseball right now through all of this, does that kind of make things seem a little bit more normal than, maybe a couple months ago when you were sitting at home and not really being able to train as much?
Yeah, a couple months ago, it just when school shut down, and then I kept getting calls of, we may have a season, we may have a season. All right, it's not looking like we're going to have a season. All right, we're going to try to do something. And I just kept every week hearing something new and new. And at some point I was like, all right, this season probably won't happen. Just go ahead, start doing what you need to do, get your body ready for next year. And then when they finally actually put it into place, I had to go ahead and kick back into gear really quick because I wasn't expecting anything to happen this year. But it does feel good being able to see sports back on TV. I love watching basketball, so seeing the NBA back, seeing MLB back. I got to watch my Orioles win 2 games against the Red Sox, so that was great. But yeah, just being on the field again and being able to watch sports again makes everything feel a little bit more normal, even though there are the things put in place because of the pandemic. It's good just to see something, some type of action on TV.
And then you're from La Plata, so are you a Wizards fan?
Wizards fan. My football team is the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know how I got that one, but that's my team.
Yeah, so I'm a PA guy, so I'm a Sixers fan, hoping they finally turn it around, all the talent they have. But like you mentioned, being able to watch the sports on TV now, the return to normalcy, you know, you kind of been seeing it, like you said, with the NBA. It's worked with the bubble type of technique. Do you kind of foresee maybe the MLB adopting that type of technique? Because right now you kind of see them with some positive tests. Maybe that's something that, you know, other teams, other sports leagues can look to.
Well, the way with the NBA did it, because they only have half the teams with them, to have them in one bubble together made it easier for them to maneuver around. Plus, they can have multiple courts inside that bubble. It might be a little harder for MLB because there's going to be every team there. The fields are usually bigger. I guess if they use the spring training complexes, you might have 4 games going at one time. But I was thinking maybe they could have a West bubble, a Central bubble, and then an East bubble, and have the teams stay out there. And that way they can play the games in that bubble section, and they won't have to travel around as much, flying back and forth the way they are right now. So I think then, with the Marlins case breaking out the way it has, they probably have to look at something to reduce the travel right now.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't completely shut down the league, because it seems like it's only really that one area up here in the Northeast that was the problem. But I guess kind of to start to wrap things up here, you know, you played college baseball, playing professionally now. What kind of advice would you give the young players watching this who want to kind of one day be in your shoes, play Division I college baseball, play professional baseball in their life?
Dream big and continue to work. I was told that I would probably never play baseball. I look like a football player all the time. Why aren't you playing football? You should be playing football. But my dream was to play baseball, and I just continued to work at it. When I was younger, I was the kid that sat on the bench all the time, and that kind of fueled me more to keep working. As I started getting older, that's when I started getting better. Just all the work ethic that I had before just kind of culminated with my abilities and just allowed me to continue to grow. And then also when I was in college, I was told I wasn't good enough to play, but I just kept continuing to work and then just play hard every day. And that's what got me my chance. I wasn't always the best player, but every time you came to a game, you said, oh, that kid's playing the hardest right now. He's giving it all he has. He'll run into a fence to catch a ball. He'll dive for everything. So just always giving it 100%, and then just remaining confident.
All right. Well, that's some good stuff. And Terrence, thank you for taking the time today. I know you're busy. You got some more games to play and to finish out. Hope everything ends well for you for this season. Hopefully this is just, like I said, a one season type of thing where we have this bubble type of atmosphere for baseball. But I really appreciate you taking the time today.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
All right. That was Terrence Pinkston, former UMBC baseball player playing professionally with the Washington Wild Things. You can keep up to date with everything UMBC baseball on their Twitter and Instagram pages, and UMBC Athletics on Twitter and Instagram as well.